What is up, Geeks and Geekettes? It's a very special edition of the Countdown City Geeks. I am Steady, and I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, you know him as JC.
Hey, everybody.
And we're here to do something very special. We're here to watch and react to the brand new trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. JC, are you excited?
Yeah, even though I've seen it already. But you want me to react again?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a reaction and analysis.
All right.
Let's watch the movie.
We're going to ramble. We'll try not to analyze it too much. But here is the trailer.
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Rocking my GB shirt.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke.
Finn. That
And
kid
the only
has
thing
like
that's left in our name.
the best career right now.
This is creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere.
Grandfather. I think
Why'd
he's
you bring me
Egon.
up here?
Entertainment value?
Dun dun dun.
What is that?
I don't know.
I hope they keep those sound effects like
Somehow.
Me
that.
too.
A town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even,
Paul Rudd.
is shaking on a daily basis.
Under the dining table now! Hey, remember that one summer we died under a table?
There are jokes in this trailer.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
They've all forgotten.
Or they never learned.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
Since
New
89.
York in the 80s?
GB2.
It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom.
I
My
love that there's a
grandfather
pole to
died.
go down there.
Yeah.
But then how do you, the hell you get back
My
up?
mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Spores, molds, and fungus.
Wait a minute.
That could be the ghost that's like flying through the town.
That's my thought. They release it, yeah.
Call it fate,
Shadow Mines.
call it luck, call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
That's cool. How is that?
Come on, darling.
Dare dog.
It has a gunner seat?
Goosebumps.
Okay, someone explain to me how these kids are expert drivers of an Ecto 1 big ass station wagon, but no, I'm just kidding.
You know, he's definitely test driving it out in the field. So there's also like a bonus clip that's on the international trailer on our Facebook page. You can actually go find that, which it's just another great like comedic moment between the little girl, we obviously don't know her name, and one of her friends. She's actually shooting the proton pack for the first time. She's holding the wand, shooting the proton pack, and her buddy next to her, wearing the goggles, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen." He presses a button, and out comes like a Polaroid, and he just starts shaking it in one hand. I'm like, "Oh my God, it's amazing." We've had some time to kind of watch this over and over again. We had an early discussion on it. I've been talking with
You've watched it over and over again.
I've been watching it over and over again. So clearly, this has major ties and implications to '84 film GB1.
Yes.
I've actually, you know what's funny is there are some people that don't appreciate this trailer as much, and their criticisms are just like some criticisms are just the trailer, saying like it's too serious of a trailer, not a movie. I've tried to make sure that I'm understanding what the criticisms are. They're saying it's too serious as a trailer. So yeah, maybe you only got one joke in the U.S. trailer. You got that extra joke in the other trailer. One guy actually mentioned to me that why are the Ghostbusters? Why has everybody forgotten them? You had a 100-foot marshmallow man trotting through New York City, and all of a sudden, like, it's all been forgotten. And I would argue that even between the 84 film and the 89 film, in the beginning of the 89 film, Nobody gave a damn about the Ghostbusters already, and it only
No.
been 5 years. After 5 years, New York City didn't care about them anymore. They had already been like sued and had all these regulations hit on them because of all the damage that was caused. Like they had something to do with it. So I would say those criticisms don't have any ground for any validity. It's totally probable that these guys are around. They saved the world a couple of times, and they've all been forgotten. There's a lot of things that people don't talk about anymore that were pretty significant events in U.S. history.
Interesting though,
Go ahead.
you worried when we recorded our podcast about it. Like, is this retconning Ghostbusters 2? And obviously the line, there hasn't been a sighting in 30 years.
30
so
years.
The Ghostbusters 2 is still canon.
Ghostbusters 2 is still canon.
Yeah.
I think we're still... That definitely looks like a terror dog.
Yeah.
My theory is going to be that Paul Rudd is a new target for a gatekeeper. That means... Keymaster. Ooh, apologies.
Yeah.
You still need to find a gatekeeper. Dana Barrett shouldn't be anywhere near Oklahoma. So Dana Barrett is probably not the gatekeeper. I'm assuming these kids' mom is actually going to be a new target for the gatekeeper.
Right.
Implications of the city. Outside of this trailer, this isn't spoiler territory, I don't think. Implications for this city is that Ivo Shandor, the architect of Dana Barrett's condominium building in the 84 film, most likely was obtaining selenium for that building, for the girders, for the core of the girders, from this mine that we see in the trailer.
Right.
But he had nearly 1,000 Gozer followers when he died. And I don't think 1,000 people are just going to be like, well, he's dead. We're going to stop trying to bring on the end of the world, you know?
Right.
Clearly, it's not what's going to happen. So there's a lot of little hints and clues around the set of the town that Gozer or worshipping Gozer has been like their culture or something that they've been doing for decades.
Right.
Like it's heavily involved in the town that this family just moved into. They moved into like a huge satanic cult town, I think is what I'm trying to get at. And I hope they kind of play off that idea. Can you imagine if like you moved into a town, weird stuff was happening, and yet like all the townspeople are in on it and they're like cool with it and they're trying to bring upon the end of the world and you're just stuck. You can't go to the sheriffs.
Yeah.
You can't go to the police, doctors. Everybody might be involved. So again, speculation, but
Yeah, there was a comedic movie like that called Hot Fuzz, which was
Hot
great.
Fuzz.
Yeah. Everyone forgets about that one.
I love Hot
Yeah.
Fuzz. What was even better about Hot Fuzz was that like all of his ideas on why they were killing people, none of it was right. It was just
Yeah.
something really petty, like, oh, he chewed loud.
Yeah.
That's how we had to kill him. He smelled funny. He smelled like oranges all the time.
Back to this. The Ecto one looks good.
Ecto 1 looks great.
Looks great.
Ladder moves. Jason Reitman has already confirmed the ladder's allowed to move from side to side
Yeah.
in order to be out of the way of that gunner chair. So fans, leave the guy alone. He knows what he's doing.
Yep. And people say it's a serious tone. Hey, it's the first trailer. We know it's Ghostbusters. There's got to be comedic elements. There
Yeah.
always is. But you think about it. Obviously, if we didn't know going in what this trailer was, if you had no idea, if they just showed you a random trailer in the theater, you would be surprised as all hell that this was a Ghostbusters movie when you first see a ghost trap or any sort of ghost thing.
Yeah.
And I think we lose a lot of that with trailers now. It's like, okay, here's the trailer for this movie. No, just show me the trailer. Don't tell me the title of the movie. Let me see if I can figure it out before the movie gets there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, be shocked by that. So, still, it is exciting. Paul Rudd, I think, is great for this. I feel like he's the big name actor in this movie. And these kids are going to make the whole movie, obviously. So
Paul Rudd's the perfect casting choice. I'm kind of hoping that all of the footage we saw in this trailer is somewhere between like the first third or the first half of the film.
that's what I would assume.
Yeah. And then the second half of the film is going to deal with kind of all the speculation stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are there still Gozer followers in this area? Will the original OG Ghostbuster team have to be called in? If Paul Rudd gets possessed, these kids ain't going to know how to do anything about that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to call in the big guns.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get some help from somewhere.
We think it's Spangler's grandkids.
We do.
Is that you're thinking that their mom is Spangler's daughter?
I do.
Uh-huh.
And again, there's criticisms like, okay, it's only been 30 years since 89. Did Spangler have a daughter right after that? She had another kid at 16.
Yeah.
And now Finn is like 14 in this movie. That's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility that happened. Or they're trying to push Spangler on us so much that now I'm starting to get a little iffy on it. And it could be any one of the Ghostbusters. It could Ray. Ray could have had a one-night thing.
We know Ray probably did have a one-night thing.
You know?
Yeah.
Or Grandpa's dead. Dad's not in the picture.
What if Spangler's...
Or this is like Venkman's ex or something?
Unless it's actually Spangler's that's their father.
Yeah.
That could be another possibility, that his grandfather owned the land and left it to them, and he moved his stuff there when they had to move out of New York. And
Well, you know what?
that could be potentially it. So
Which would be great if which would be great if Dan Aykroyd had written this movie, because Dan Aykroyd's family was heavily into like spirits and seances and stuff. Not in a satanic way, I don't think. But the reason why he's so involved with, paranormal stories and extraterrestrial stories is because his family was all about that.
yeah.
So it would be interesting if he had written this movie, and then it would be kind of a play on his own life.
Yeah.
Any one of the things can happen. I am extremely excited for this movie. I'm rocking the most recent Ghostbusters shirt that I own. I need to get another one with the little rivets. So the new logo has little rivets all around it. So
Interesting.
they're changing up a little bit of everything around the franchise. And I forget something that Jason reminded us of today. He gave the story to a handful of people before he pitched it to the studio.
Uh-huh.
Of course, his dad, Ivan Reitman, I think was first. And Ivan was brought to tears. He actually loved the story, and he told his son, like, this is great. Somewhere along the way, it got into the hands of Kevin Smith. I don't know why he's always in the right place at the right time, but clearly he's like the biggest fanboy in the world, and he's always getting these little things. We talked about him on the set of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, hearing about the Justice League movie from previous people that worked there. So anyways, Kevin Smith read this story before I think it got pitched, and he fell in love with the story too. He already knows what's coming, and he's all in. Yeah. And I tend to agree with Kevin Smith a lot. We get pretty excited about a lot of the same sort of stories and the same versions of things. So, and I already know Dan Aykroyd has been praising this story since his interview with Dan Rather in the winter of 2017. Before this movie was ever announced, Dan Aykroyd was already praising this movie, saying somebody wrote something. The studio is, reviewing it. He said, I like it, I love it, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
So I got three people who I really trust their opinion on, Ivan, Kevin, and Dan Aykroyd, who say this is going to be something real special. I mean, I don't want to oversell it, but that's enough sort of clues for me to put stock into this film. No matter what a trailer looks like, no matter what we see leading up to July, I think I'm gonna love the final product.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's a whole lot more we can react. We want to get your thoughts on it too. You can leave a comment here. And let us know your thoughts on Ghostbusters Afterlife. What do you think will happen? What are your theories on the story? How will the OG Ghostbusters play into this as well?
Ooh.
That could be fun. So.
And if you have more theories on Evo Shandor, the Mine, the second coming of Gozer, anything else you want to talk to us about, leave a comment down below. You can email us on the contact page of our website at www.countdowncitygeekcast.com. For the Geekcast, my name is Steady.
I'm JC.
We'll see you next time.
Later.
Hey guys, Adrian Island here. For more Geekcast episodes, subscribe to us on iTunes or your smart device podcast app. And please, write us a review. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Countdown City Geekcast. Follow us on Twitter at ccg_podcast or visit our website at www.countdowncitygeekcast.com.